Spell my name right, C-I-T-Y-L-Y-F-E. Spell my name right, C-I-T-Y-L-Y-F-E. Spell my name right.
I'm buzzing under discussion, I'm crushing a dozen subjects, we're hoping to run the public. My gut is telling me trusting is something I shouldn't do, and the few that I used to run with. Not talking about nothing, but it's true, this is more important.
Yo. Welcome to the Life in the City podcast. Right here with City Life, you're going to get to learn about me as an artist. We're going to talk about some real chat, right? We will be going through episodes where not only will you learn about me, but you'll learn about my journey. You'll learn about some different things that make me an artist. Some of the things that I've been exposed to and utilized to help develop me as a person. What my spiritual beliefs are, things like that you'll get to know about. And then, of course, we'll talk about some things that I hope will inspire you. We're going to have some fun, too. The fun that we'll have is going to be me doing a exclusive track right here on Life in the City podcast, bringing you some flavor, raw talent. And, we're just going to make sure that we bring it to some real vibe stuff. Like, I mean, it's so real right now. Like I won't be editing the burp. Like, and that just kind of came up. It was like, when you get so excited, and it's almost like some people have this nervous tick. I guess it's not really a nervous tick for me though. When I think about it, it was just a natural thing right now. I'm like, I had pretty good smoothie and some really good vegetables with tofu. So I'm feeling the need I had to burp. I had to do it. So that's how live we're going to be, to say the least. We're going to have some fun. We're going to keep it real. It's going to be raw in the cut right here with City Life on Life in the City podcast. The first thing that we're going to get into right now, though, to start and kick off episode 1, literally the first episode of the podcast, okay? We're going to start out with a 10 questionnaire, 10 questions to give you a glimpse of who I am. And these are questions that I've been, approached with in my past journey of music. So at some point in time, someone asked these questions. So I thought it would be cool for me to go ahead and do like a small interview just to kind of kick off the episode and letting you know who I am as an artist. So we're going to go ahead and get started right here on Life in the City podcast. Let's go. So first question is, how do you come up with your lyrics? And my response to that is, I really, really love music first and foremost. So as soon as I hear a beat, literally music starts to come to mind for me, like right away. It happens immediately. So lyrics, I don't know, they come into my mind either from like an experience that I've had in the day or something that I've seen someone else go through. And sometimes it might not even be that. Sometimes it might just be something that I'm inspired by for the day. And so I already have this level of gratitude, and that level of gratitude, as soon as I hear music, it just becomes one. It becomes one, it joins together, it marries one another, and then that's when lyrics are created. Second question, do you sing? Well, I mean, mildly enough for you to hear it on some of my releases. So if you go out there, check out some of my releases out there on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, all of those. digital platform outlets, you'll be able to catch a glimpse of some harmonies that I've done. But sing and sing is two different things. So I would say I mildly sing. Third question: how long have you been doing music? Well, I've been doing music since before I can enter clubs. It's always been in me. I was in church choir. I was attracted to a lot of different instruments. So I liked the idea of the drums, piano, saxophone, clarinet, all these different instruments I was attracted to, and especially guitar. Guitar was like my number one instrument that I would really want to play that. And also drums too. I was really into drums a lot, which kind of explains why I like beats. I like listening to instrumentals too, when you really think about it. It runs hand in hand. And then with being a poet, I was also a poet growing up. So I did poetry for the more mature market, elderly community. Um, Being raised, I had the exposure to being able to be at a senior citizen facility, and it gave me that opportunity. So it was really cool. It was awesome. I enjoyed myself, and in fact, so much that even now I work with a mature market, and I support the elderly community with the work that I do outside of being an artist, because at this point in time I got that 9 to 5. I have to have the 9 to 5 to support what I'm doing until something else gives. And I'm not even actually looking to become famous. I really would just prefer to own a business and get some stability, have something that's got me lucratively set, my foundation on a really good platform. That's what I would hope for, if anything. But yeah, that's how long I've been doing music. Since childhood, it's always been in me. I love to sing, dance, instruments, anything that had to do with music, you can catch me doing it. um, all right. Fourth question: do you play any instruments? Well, that's a great segue, because I play the guitar here and there, where I try and pick up and string along with it. I really feel like I can play by ear. But the biggest part about playing the guitar is that you have to know how to hold it. You can't just pick up a guitar and play some fancy music by stroking the strings. It's more to it. It's a lot more complicated than that. And gripping the guitar in the right way so that you can play the correct strings and all those things, it matters. It's not difficult to know the strings, because you can memorize that pretty easily. Like the E, F, G, E string, it's all that's easy. So that's not tough at all. But yeah, that would be that for the instrument question. Fifth question: what's been your hardest challenge breaking through as an artist? Hardest challenge breaking through as an artist has been the funding, like having the money, and then even some of the support that comes with it, like just who is very important sometimes when you're attempting to become someone or do something. And that's in all aspects, right? Even if I owned a business, like who I know would be important, because it's like I have to have some type of clientele. And if it's not about who I know, then it's about who knows me. So either way, I think that's what that would be. That's a challenge, right? Super challenge. Yeah, I'd say that's it for the challenge question. And then sixth question is: what is a song or something you created that you're most proud of? I would say, for me, making music is a great creation I'm proud of, as well as the creation that it takes to put on a live show, because there's so much that comes with that. You memorize your lyrics, you have to have some type of stage presence, right? You got to be likable on stage. even your attire, sometimes it's important how you show up, right? So that people will be able to separate you from the rest of the people that are there. You don't want to show up just looking like you came to see the show. You want to stand out as someone who came to give the show and bring the show. So yeah, I'd say that's what that is. My creation is my music. I love it. There's other things I love too, like the food that I create. I make some really delicious food. I've gotten into vegan food. So the creation of that is already a challenge in itself because, you're looking for flavor. You're looking for something that's going to have substance as well. But vegans, if they're doing it the right way, they're going to eat multiple times a day anyways because, they burn off the food a lot quicker since the food's not as heavy on the digestive tract. So yeah, but we'll talk about that more in the upcoming episodes. I'll start talking to you about some of the foods that I've come up with. So maybe you might want to try it and add that to your list of maybe vegan options if you choose to try out being a vegan or if you just need a vegan option. So yeah. Seventh question. What do you want most out of life? I would say that, like for me, what I want most out of life is to see people happy. And I want them to want the same thing for me, I feel like that's important. I feel like just having love, communication, respect, chill vibes. It's very attainable for us all. So I want happiness for us. And then eighth question, who are you inspired by? Well, I'm inspired by a lot of people. Children, everyone, anybody in this world, I'm inspired by them. And that's simply because in so many aspects, all of us can bring some level of inspiration to one another, whether it be learning how to talk, learning how to walk, I don't know, learning how to dance, learning how to get through a challenge, just an overall life situation, some type of challenge that's come up. I'm encouraged by that and inspired by that when I see children or adults or anyone that does that. So yeah, that's what I'm inspired by. And then ninth question, what does a purpose partner look like to you? Well, first of all, a purpose partner is someone who is okay with your purpose, your life purpose, what it is that you were set up to do and become, right? As long as it's within good means, of course. And, I'd like to see us look at purpose as being something that's a good thing and not something that was bad. Although, everything serves its purpose, it doesn't mean that it has a purpose. So that's one thing we have to keep in mind with that. But my purpose partner would be someone who understands that about me and the direction of my life and the journey, my ambitions, my goals. It would be their cup of tea, and theirs would be mine. They would respect my time, personality, work ethic, career choice, my lifestyle. So, for me, that's what a purpose partner is. I look forward to the day when I can become a purpose partner as well because I want to be there to serve someone's purpose. The relationships I had, when I look back at them, I can now maturely understand why they didn't work out, and I can't really be upset about it. Because as an example, just take this as an example, right? There's some people who appreciate music and the artist as far as, what comes with the package of an artist, because there's a lot of shows, right? You perform sometimes all month, for months at a time, right? And in that process, you're still creating more music because you want to keep your audience captivated with new things, new releases. And if you have some supporters out there, they're going to want to look forward to the next thing that you come up with, because they're going to feel like you're so awesome at doing it that they just feel like it just comes naturally. So you can do it all the time. So they want the newness. They want the new, right? So yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about that, you know. And I mean, to be honest with you, there's not a lot of people who can date an artist. Most of the artists out there have relationship issues, you know, and it's great now. I'm starting to see it more often that these artists are actually holding their marriages together. And it's better to see that happening than to see a couple that you're looking at and you're like, man, they are so cute together. They're so good together. Their story starts out being amazing, you know, and they're a power couple, basically. And you can see that for them, but it's like a matter of, will they be able to see it for themselves, you know? Because it sucks when you see them separate and break up, in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean, a purpose partner would understand all of that. And the last question is, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, I was born on the winter solstice, okay? So that makes me a Sagittarius slash Capricorn on the cusp, you know, born December 21st. So that even further lets you know that it's a cusp situation. It's interesting being in the middle of things when you end up there. It's very, very, very interesting, you know, when you end up like, I don't know, just trying to fit in. You know, you try and you fit in, but it's like you got to balance, you know, stay in the middle. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm a cuspy. But yeah, we'll be having some fun. We're going to bring some real life vibes to the situation, you know? Like, I'm talking like real life, raw, exclusive vibes. So let's go ahead and get into that, you know, because I said we were going to have some fun and I was going to release something exclusively right here in the mix of Life in the City podcast. You know, we right here with it. So let's go ahead and get this going on a real note. Just stick to it. Don't be foolish. If you want to be a king or a queen, you can do it. You can do music, write and produce it. Don't just talk about it, be about it, improve it. Don't be foolish. Just stick to it. If you want to be a king or a queen, you can do it. You can do music, write and produce it. Don't just talk about it, be about it, improve it. You can be a doctor, a writer, or be a lawyer, moving up in the company from employee to employer. I'm something like Tom Sawyer, the adventurous explorer, taking the proper steps to get $1 from a quarter. Listen in that order with success in every corner. With the proper mentality, it can make you a business owner, showing your family that you're one of the bolder soldiers while you're making the best of life. Keep growing and getting. Don't be. If you want to be a king or a queen, you can do it. You can do write and produce it. Don't just talk about it, be about it, improve it. Don't be foolish, just stick to it. If you want to be a king or a queen, you can do it. You can do music, write and produce it. Look, I'm fire than Skywalker, I'm skilled for the proper offer. No, nothing can really stop us. She'll conquer the imposter with any attempts to bother. Disturbances won't be honored. I'm a force to be reckoned with. Call me the Wonder Woman. Call me a top performer. I structure my mind to do it. If there is a competition, I'll never be into losing. Knowledge is what I'm choosing and using to win the game. I'm striving for evolution, pursuing to maintain. Just stick to it. Don't be foolish. If you want to be a king or a queen, you can do it. You can do music, write and produce it. Don't just talk about it, be about it, improve it. But you know what? Like, I really feel like I need to bring that the first verse back because I messed up. Like, real talk. So we're gonna rewind on that. Yo. You can be a doctor, a writer, or be a lawyer, moving up in the company from employee to employer. I'm something like Tom Sawyer, the adventurous explorer, taking the proper steps to get $1 from a quarter. Listen in that order with success in every corner. With the proper mentality, it can make you a business owner, showing your family that you're one of the bolder soldiers while you're making the best of life. Keep going and getting stronger. Just stick to it. Don't be foolish. If you want to be a king or a queen, you can do it. You can do music, write and produce it. Don't just talk about it, be about it, and prove it. Don't be foolish. Just stick to it. If you want to be a king or a queen, you can do it. You can do music, write and produce it. Don't just talk about it, be about it, and prove it. I love music, you know. It's one of the best things you can do, like to clear your mind and just unwind and relax, you know. I promise it's so good. But yeah, you know, in episode 2, we'll be back. And on episode 2, we'll talk more about what I have experienced seeing in the music as an artist. We'll talk about some topics that, you know, are fresh, like things that have just recently happened where it's like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe this happened. Or even, yay, this happened. You know, we'll talk about those things. You'll be in the Mix with Life in the City podcast, City Life. And furthermore, I would like for you to make sure that you check out the website as well. CityLifeMusic.com, CityLifeMusic, CityLifeMusic.com. I have a bundle package there where you can get the t-shirt and you can get the CD. You know, so just be sure to go ahead and check out that website so you can get both. And be also mindful of signing up for the email list because I want to make sure that you catch, you know, the releases for the Life in the City podcast. So if you sign up for the mailing list, you'll be one of the first to be made aware of that because the information will be updated on the website. So yeah, be sure to check out the website, get the t-shirt, get the CD, sign up for the email list, follow me on social media. The social media outlets are available there on the website as well. And as a matter of fact, if one of you contact me and let me know what you thought about the podcast, or just talk about something that maybe inspired you or encouraged you or whatever the case may be out of those questions. Right now, we didn't really tap into a whole lot about some of the things that I'll be sharing with you to hopefully inspire you. But, you know, it was some pretty good information about me so far. So chat with me. Let me know what you heard. And I'll go ahead and get you a package out. First person that contacts me. Doesn't matter if it's by email, Facebook, Instagram, on the DM, text message. If you know me personally, the very, very first person to reach out, you're going to get that t-shirt, CD bundle. And I got you. So I really do appreciate you guys tuning in with me right here on the Life in the City podcast. It's been amazing conversing with you, letting you get to know who I am as an artist. We got some more coming, you know. I am planning to give you a few episodes of juiciness. So just get ready. love, light, and blessings. Life in the City podcast.